Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Alysha Valle with the Sporting Tribune, and please say hello to my co-host, Fredo. What's going
Hey,
on, man?
hey, how's everyone doing out there? Alicia, it is a great day. It is a great Sunday for us to be here and to give everyone an update on what is going on in this beautiful sports world.
Yeah, we're so lucky to live here in Los Angeles. We've got so much going on, including what a great day at the Coliseum. We were both
Yes.
there yesterday. How about that win? Domination.
It was a domination like no other. I mean, when you talk about putting up 66 points for the offense in USC was just incredible because, they were similar as last week. Of course, they put up about 54 points last weekend against the San Jose's team. But now this team yesterday really showed out because the defense has been the problem. And, that was kind of like the talk over the past few days. Like, can the
Yeah.
defense really step up? Is the defense going to hold this team back from winning the national championship? And last night, it seemed like the defense really stepped up huge, giving up only 7 points in the first half and 7 points in the second half.
Right. And being there in that atmosphere, it felt so good to be around such enthusiasm because
Yeah.
college football definitely back. You're right. A lot of the complaining has been about the defense. And
Mhm.
so they made the adjustments they needed, and the defense certainly showed up. So much so that my neighbors around me, the few times that Nevada scored, they were like, "Oh man, like what did you want? No score at all from them. Like they did really well. USC really showed up. Caleb Williams looking like the Heisman Trophy leader again. It was a really exciting game, and I know it's Nevada, it's Wolfpack, but we can't. I want USC to take every game seriously, and they did.
No, they did. And especially one of the other players that really stepped up yesterday and as well stepped up last week was Tosh Washington, wide
Yeah,
receiver for USC. And Tosh picked up two great touchdowns. And even Zachariah Branch, as we're looking on the screen right now, Zachariah picking up that touchdown, the first one of the game in that corner, kind of picking up where he left off last weekend, because last weekend, Zachariah had that 94-yard rush TD return that he picked up. And it was pretty incredible to just see how they're able to improve every other week. And I got a chance to be at USC practice this week, and checking out some of the players. Everyone seemed so determined. They weren't slacking off. There were every possession out there. They were hustling. The coaches were in their faces, and the players at times were responding the way they should be. Especially being college players at USC. And, Lincoln Riley is one of the best head coaches in college football right now. And he proved that last year, and he's proving it right now.
absolutely. Congratulations to a solid win by all of the USC team, and can't wait to see next week. Again, there's so much going on with college football. The yesterday started off solid. That
Mhm.
primetime game, Coach Primetime,
Oh,
proving
yes.
everybody wrong, proving all the negative, the naysayers, the non-believers wrong. Congratulations to a dominant. I shouldn't say dominant because it was so close. See,
Yes.
I'm still stuck on USC dominant to a very solid, exciting game.
Yeah.
That win over TCU, number 16 TCU. Just congratulations to Coach Sanders and his son, who
Mhm.
had himself a Heisman style game, throwing over 500 yards. So I'm glad. I'm glad. Let's get more excitement into college football as if they need it. Everyone's so excited. College football is back.
Right. Finally, everyone's team played yesterday because last week there was only a few games that played,
Mhm.
but yeah, that shout out to you, this to the College Colorado team out there because
Mhm.
Mr. Primetime out there really made that game look like if it was a prime time game. I mean, it was a high
Yeah.
scoring game. I mean, it was what 45-42. And having his son, that's the biggest thing. Having his son back up what he's talking about is like, when you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk as well. And his son is doing the walking for him, which, this is kind of reminds me a little bit of that, even though LeVar Ball was not the head coach of the Lakers at the time. But just imagine if LeVar Ball was the head coach of the Lakers and he was actually coaching the team. But just imagine if Lonzo did not really perform. That would be a pretty nasty scene right there.
Right.
But thankfully, the Sanders boy was able to perform very well yesterday and looked pretty pretty scary because now it seems like, USC and Colorado are going to be facing off each other on September 30th. So it's going to
Yes,
be in about 3 weeks from now. So it's going to be a very interesting game. And this game will be in Colorado.
I know. I've been fortunate enough to see USC play there twice, and
Okay.
everybody loves their buffs out there. There's a huge USC presence. I recommend if anyone can get to that game. I mean, it's going to be another hot ticket because of prime time, and the
Right.
defense, they look really solid too. And that was
Yes.
going to be against so many other coaches and talking heads throughout sports said that Dion wasn't playing the right way and he doesn't know what he's doing and it's a gimmick. Oh no. Yesterday's game proved them all wrong. So I'm excited for that matchup in September.
Yeah, and especially, last thing on Colorado yesterday, I saw for all the people that like to, sports gamble and gamble a lot and bet on their teams, the money line for Colorado Buffalo yesterday to win that game over TCU, a ranked team, the team that was just in a national championship last year, technically a few months ago, they were like so underdogs. They were like a minus 21 points and they were like a plus 800. So there was a lot of happy people yesterday after Colorado won that big game yesterday.
You called it. As long as people are making money, that makes even more people excited for Colorado. So I love
Right.
it. Great to bring up, Fredo.
Yes.
Money makes people happy.
Yeah, but there's a few things that are not making people happy out here, Alysha. I'm pretty sure you know that the Dodgers right now are not playing well. And you tell me a little bit about what the Dodgers are looking like right now because they now have lost 3 straight against the top team in Major League Baseball, the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, the Atlanta Braves are technically on paper the only better team. I mean, they lead the Dodgers. Well, when they went into this 4-game series, the Dodgers were only 4 games behind, the East leading Braves. But
Right.
now that they've lost 3 in a row, that, the divide has gotten bigger. But there are so many Dodger fans that want the Dodgers to stay in second place so that they don't have to face the Phillies or that winner of that series. So before we get into the future, talking about this weekend, the Dodgers have one more game here at home against the Braves. I personally believe in Friedman and what they're doing. I'm telling myself as a diehard Dodger fan, what the Dodgers are doing are working out the kinks. They don't need to win these games. They have such a comfortable lead in the National League West that these are not must-win games. Yes, would it be awesome to win? Yes, would it be great for the Dodgers to dominate that series? But I want to believe that they're working out the kinks, trying different, bunch of new pitchers, putting position players in that don't really need to be there, just kind of seeing how it works. I will say one thing, talking about Vegas odds, this is not helping Mookie beat Acuna in the
No.
MVP race.
No, it's definitely not. I think after today, it really depends on what happens today. Of course, Dodgers will be first pitch in a few hours from now. But if because Mookie went hitless yesterday, I believe he went hitless yesterday, and Acuna hit a grand slam on Friday. He hit
Yeah.
2 home runs on Thursday. He hit
Yes.
another one yesterday. He's
This
hit a
one.
home run. Yeah, he's hit a home run every single time, and it seems like Ronald Acuna right now, he is a pretty dangerous ball player. He's very good right now. And I think, it sucks to say that I think due to this series, Mookie Betts might have just dropped to second place in the running for MVP. It will be very tough for him to come and overcome, Acuna right now. Even though there's one more month, there's about 3.5 weeks left of baseball. In 3.5 weeks, a lot can happen. Maybe
Yeah.
Acuna can go on one of his worst slumps and Betts can just push it off very good. But yeah, it made it very tough for Mookie Betts and the Dodgers. But at the same time, I believe if I'm correct, Kershaw is on the mound tonight. If
Yeah.
I'm correct, right? Yeah. So it definitely would be amazing to see what Kershaw can do right
Kershaw
now.
Day.
Yeah, hopefully Kershaw can really put a little stop to it and just don't let them get out in front, because that's a problem for the Dodgers at times. They let teams get out in front early on, and it's tough for them to fight from behind. For the Dodger pitching for the past few years, it's always been good for them to get that lead, because Dodger pitching, especially a guy like Kershaw, they get very comfortable, more relaxed when they're up ahead in the score column, and it makes them feel more comfortable, because when Kershaw's behind, it's a little tough. It's a little tough. We've seen that for almost over a decade now in Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, but thankfully Kershaw's been one of the better pitchers for the Dodgers. I mean,
Yes,
our veteran who's not even,
and the oldest.
yeah, he might not come back next year. I don't know if Dodger fans or baseball fans appreciate that every time we see Kershaw pitch, it could be the last time you're witnessing greatness. So I want him to go out, have another great game, maybe just prevent the Braves from sweeping. We also need, you brought up pitching, Fredo. We need Julio to be Julio, because he's gone up and down all season, and we know he's great. I'm not sure what's going on with his, mechanics out there, his performance. I don't know if it's mental, but we need Julio, especially as we get to October, to be Julio. Please.
Yeah. No, seriously, because watching his outing on, I believe it was on Friday when he was pitching out there with the Braves, he just seems to not be finding his rhythm and his, he used to be able to locate the ball wherever he wanted to. And now I even, when listening to Joe Davis, say that again?
His body language.
Yeah, his body language is just not there. It just seems like he's checked out of Los Angeles, and I understand that early during spring training, his team, his agent, they were seeking a trade. They were not seeking a trade. They were seeking a contract extension. They wanted to get something locked in early into the year, and I'm guessing the talks were not so well, and I'm guessing that can kill his motivation. That can kill the way he wants to be around his team and come out there and pitch every single day, perform well, and you got to keep your players involved and keep them happy. But, he's gone through some injuries last season. He missed some time, which, Andrew Friedman, president of operations for the Dodgers, has always been very smart when deciding where to spend his money. And I'm guessing the reason why they kind of didn't want to spend much money this offseason, and whether it was getting new players or within their own players, is because of Shohei Ohtani. They were trying to save as much as they can for Shohei. And right now, we don't know if Shohei's going to pitch next year. So he might be a hitter only. So we might still need another arm. So that money might hopefully go towards Julio Urias if, he does decide to come back. But I honestly don't think he's going to come back. And you kind of pointed it out, his body language. Body language at the end of the day tells a lot in someone's story.
Yeah, he looks super frustrated. He looks irritated. He looks annoyed. He does not look like he's the rest of the team. The Dodgers, the difference between this team and last year's team, this team is having fun, right? They're loose. You and I talk about that all the time, how fun the Dodgers look, how they're gelled together, how they hang out outside of the ballpark. They really are a team that plays for each other. And you spoke about the pitching needs, it's better when they're ahead. Yes, but this team also tries to come back. They don't roll over and die like last year's team. Don't get upset at me. Don't come at me, Dodger fans. But this team, they have, the numbers show it. They come from behind more than they did last year. Statistics show that. They have won. After they've been down, they come back, which they did more so this season, last season. You get what I'm trying to say. The point is, Julio is used to runs. The Dodgers really do give him run support. And this year doesn't seem like that's helping. It's not affecting Julio's wins. And I think it's really all him. It's something, goodness, look at Gonsolin pitched injured this entire season. I really hope, knock on wood, I don't even want to say it out loud and put it in the universe, but I hope Julio's not injured. We're so close to October. We need everybody to be healthy. Walker Buehler's scheduled to pitch a couple of innings in a few weeks. So, fingers crossed for Dodger fans that works out as well, because it is pitching. Pitching wins pennants, pitching wins World Series. So you called it, Fredo. It's really going to be all about their pitching and the run support, which the Dodgers have been doing so well. That's why they're 14 games on top of Arizona? or
Yeah,
San
yeah.
Francisco.
They've surpassed everybody in the NL West, but the Braves, of course, heading into the first game on Thursday, the Braves were 4 games above the Dodgers. Now they are 7 games above
Yeah.
the Dodgers right now. And going into today's game, the Atlanta Braves are favorites to win and sweep the 4-game series against the Dodgers. So for all Dodger fans, you guys trying to make some money, put your money on the Dodgers today because they are underdogs.
How dare you? You're right, though. I'm not against anybody making their money. It's fine. Go
Right,
ahead.
right. It
I
is
just
rare when the Dodgers are underdogs, though. It is rare.
yeah, that is rare and it is unusual, but it is the Braves. So
Yes.
I get it. I get it. If it's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
anybody, it's the Braves. Not
Right, right. But
only that,
Alysha,
plenty of baseball, plenty of baseball.
yeah, plenty of baseball. But what is going on today? There is a superstar that's going to be making somewhat of his debut in Los Angeles today. Who is that?
Yes, you know who's coming to Los Angeles. We're talking about galactic superstar Lionel Messi. You know, the guy that's got over what is it, 140 million Twitter followers,
Yeah,
something like
something
that.
like that. It's
Um,
crazy.
it's ridiculous. He will be here with his team, Inter Miami. This is their first time visiting in LA since 2020, I believe. Doesn't matter. The point is, he's coming here today. It's the hottest ticket in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And there's a lot going on in Southern California. We are, I would like to say, the sporting mecca. We've got 2 teams in every sport. LAFC, as the champions from last year, MLS reigning champions, they're a pretty popular ticket themselves. But because Lionel Messi and his pink jerseys are coming to BMO Stadium, at last check, the cheapest seat to get into the stadium, we're talking bleeders, was just around $700. That's just to get in each. The most
Wow.
expensive ticket is over $3,500 to sit
What?
inside BMO and watch. Yes, and then everything in
Wow.
between. That's how huge the presence is of Messi. So I do know, and we should put this out there for everybody, Fredo. If you are getting a ticket to sit in the 3252 section, please do not wear pink because they will come for you. They're going to make sure there are no messy jerseys in that section.
Wow, that's going to be a hard task for a lot of
Yeah,
people because
I know.
even on normal days, when you're out in about in the city, you see a lot of messy jerseys out there. You
Mhm,
still see them
mhm.
everywhere. So it would be definitely crazy because you were talking about that specific section. It's a LAFC section, so you got to make sure you ain't no other type of fan out there. And I hope there's no drama. I hope there's no fights because you always experience a lot of things like that. Fans are getting nuts and crazy.
Yeah.
Soccer fans are pretty nuts too.
We'll call it passionate, Fredo.
Yes,
Passionate.
they're very passionate. But we
The
definitely want to make.
3252 the 3252 Fredo is unlike any other MLS supporter section. You know, I don't, again, if this is your first time and you're only going to see Messi, please do not wear your Messi jersey in that section. Just be cool. And I'm not telling you not to wear your jersey, just don't sit in that section because
Right.
they take it very serious. And I'm proud. I'm proud to be one of the I was at the very first LAFC game. I was at their championship game last year. The most passionate fans, but Messi, again, global, worldwide. His
Mhm.
last game, he went for what is it, like 7 shots, didn't score, didn't even have an assist. But they are, Inter Miami, his team, they are the interleague champs. And I know Valle was just quoted, we're not thinking about any one player. This is just another game. Ooh, is it though? I hope that they go in like that. It should be a very exciting match. And you'll be able to see it, I believe, on Apple Plus TV. So everybody check it out if you didn't get that expensive ticket.
Oh yeah, that's $750 some dollars that you may not want to go ahead and spend. But yeah, that game will be taking place tonight at 7 o'clock. LAFC and Miami at the big. What's the stadium called again? Because it got renamed again, right? The
Right.
BMO
Yeah,
now.
it's BMO. Uh-huh.
BMO, the
It was
BMO.
Bank of
Because before it
California.
was the Bank of California.
It's another bank, BMO.
It's just bank after bank, huh? Whoever wants to
Right?
put their name on it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good. But there's another event that's gonna be taking place across the street from that
Yeah.
stadium right there, and it'll be a few hours away, which is the WNBA, the Los Angeles Sparks against the Washington Mystics. And I do cover the LA Sparks. This is
Yes.
going to be my last home game of the season
Wow.
until next year. So tonight it is going to be the last home game in Los Angeles, even though it's not a home game for them because their home is at crypto.com arena where the Lakers play. But there's something going on there tonight. So they were moved to the Galen Center at USC. So they
Okay.
will be at the Galen Center tonight. It's going to be a very good game. Of course, the Sparks have lost now 3 games in a row after winning 6 in a row. And, I don't know if it feels like the pressure got onto them because since they've been on the 3-game losing streak, they've been one win away from clinching a playoff spot. And now they've lost every single game. Now they've had the opportunity to possibly clinch. And maybe tonight they will clinch their first playoff spot in 2 seasons. And that would be a pretty remarkable moment for the organization, the way they kind of started. They had a very, very slow start. They got a lot of injuries, a lot of COVID. And they were at one point at an 8-game losing streak, which was the worst in franchise history. So they were able to kind of turn the season around. So making the playoffs would be a big, big statement for this team. But have you gotten a chance to see what the LA Sparks have, the noise they've been making around town here?
No, I definitely have been reading up on them every time they play, and I've also been watching your updates. Great job
Yes.
out there, Fredo.
Thank you.
But I know there's excitement for the Sparks, especially when you mentioned that 6-game winning streak. It seemed
Mhm.
like they were gaining momentum going into the end of the season. So it is such a bummer to, all of the Sparks fans out here that they lost 3 in a row. But you're saying with today's win, they could clinch a playoff spot.
Yes,
Okay,
they can
so
because after today there'll be 3 games left in the season, and the 3 games will be on the road for them.
awesome, awesome. Well, hopefully today they do it and they'll be playing at the Galen Center, which is a gorgeous stadium. It's a gorgeous
Yes, it
arena.
is.
Don't come at me. To watch
Don't come at
football.
her.
People get angry on social media.
They do,
Relax.
they do. But like, guys, just leave a comment down here below and
Right.
leave it right there, and that's it.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, we welcome all your comments. It's fine. But you're going to be there today. How exciting. And I'm
Yes.
going to look forward to your update tomorrow morning with the highlights.
Yes, it's going to be an impressive day. So hopefully everyone make sure at the same time, guys, this is something that Alysha and I are bringing to you guys. We're going to be bringing you an update on everything. Like she mentioned early in the show was like, hey, in Los Angeles, there's just so much sports to cover. There's a lot to talk about every single day, especially now that we are technically 7 days away from the NFL season for the LA Rams and the Chargers opening up. And this Thursday, we got the opening football game, which is the Kansas City Chiefs against the Detroit Lions.
Right.
It is ring night. So we're already days away from the NFL season. Are you ready, Alysha?
I'm so ready. And this is why growing up in my household, October was a sacred month. You don't plan weddings or vacations or anything during October.
Sports.
You
Sports,
stay
sports,
in
sports.
LA.
Yes. We got Lakers by then. We got Dodgers, playoffs,
Yeah.
and NFL football. It's just so much activity going on all over the world.
We're
But
so
hey,
spoiled.
yeah, we are spoiled. But hey, we're lucky enough to be in Los Angeles, in the best city in the whole wide world. And it is an impressive thing. But Alysha, give us your last minute updates before we get going here.
No, I just wanted to remind everybody that there's going to be a lot going on in downtown Los Angeles. You yourself are headed there right
Yes.
after this update to cover the Sparks. LAFC, notorious, like famous for their tailgating. And that's a direct hit to all of those East Coasters and naysayers who say that there are no sports fans in Southern California. Just get yourself to a USC football game or to an LAFC game and you will see some tailgating. Be safe out there. Take care of each other. Always try to ride share if you can. You save on parking and you don't have to worry about some adult beverages you may have at the stadium as well. Everybody be cool. Good luck to all of our Southern California teams. You be safe out there and have a great time covering the Sparks. And I can't wait
I
to
will.
everybody updated scores tomorrow morning with your Sporting Tribune update.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.